Hey guys, welcome back to another video, Career Talks. This is our second video. Today we're actually joined by Marianne from the Boys and Girls Club of Salem. Marianne, you want to introduce yourself and what do you do for the Boys and Girls Club up there?
Sure. So I work for Boys and Girls Club in Salem, and I'm actually the Keizer branch director.
Awesome. So we started this partnership and this collaboration and won the video last week. If you didn't see that, go tune in for that one. We interviewed the city manager of Sweet Home. And this week was Salem's opportunity to put someone on. And today we actually are going to be introducing Elliot. So Elliot, how are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for having me. Stoked to be here. I'm glad that we're able to still do this with everything going on. But yeah, excited to get down to it.
Right. Awesome. So, Elliot, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you like it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I work at Nike World Headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon. So my job is a digital site merchandiser. So pretty much what that entails is I design like where all of our products go on Nike.com. So not so much design, like I don't code the website or anything like that. We have all these systems that I use. So I pretty much move like all of the shoes and sweatshirts or anything like that around to make sure that people shopping on our website can find it as easy as possible. And then Air Jordan is like the category that I cover. So lots of craziness going on right now at The Last Dance and that whole documentary. So it's been super busy for us, but it's been good. Business has been doing good.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for your job, what experience or schooling did you need?
Great question. So for my particular job, I think the nice thing about Nike is there's certain jobs that you definitely need like a background in. So if you wanted to be like in design, you'd have to have obviously some kind of design or architecture background, like very specific things. For my job, for schooling, I just went to Oregon State University and got a communications degree. One thing at Nike is like you have to be an effective communicator because the company's so big and we're growing all the time. So being able to work with a lot of different people, a lot of moving pieces is really important. The nice thing about Nike, which I always like to tell young kids, is that if you have like the work ethic and you like want to work hard and like put your mind to it and you're good at working with other people, then Nike will like kind of train you or teach you like what to do for certain jobs. So for my job in particular, I had a little bit of experience in like working with the website and things like that, but Nike was able to bring me in and kind of teach me everything that I use today. So as long as you're a good person and you want to work hard and you work well with others and you're a good teammate, then Nike will kind of help guide you and grow you in your career.
Cool. Yeah, because you started working at Nike in the gym and you just have kept moving up, right?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so I started in the gym about 5 years ago, which is like as pretty much as entry level as you can get, just folding towels, cleaning the machines and things like that. And then, over the years, just kind of networked and kind of have gotten different jobs and worked your way up. So what's really cool about Nike, and I kind of hold this to myself now too, is when I very first started at the gym, there's a woman, everybody kind of has their regular workout routine. She's like, "Oh, are you new here?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's like my first week." And she's like, "Oh, that's awesome." She's like, "I actually started right here like 15 years ago." And she's like, "Oh, like have a good day." She is like one of the VP GMs of like our Nike women's business. So over 15 years, she started from very entry level, and now she's like running a huge corporation for us. So just exciting that Nike has those opportunities.
Yeah. So hard work pays off, right? It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Yes, so, exactly.
Could you tell us maybe you said a lot of positive things about where you work. What do you think the best thing right now for you with your job is? What makes you go into work every day?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I think, I think a lot of people always say it's like the culture and like that's kind of the cliche answer, and I kind of thought that when I first started working there, but it really is like the people and the culture that is part of Nike. Especially in the times we're in now, I can't tell you how many emails we've got from whether it's our CEO or other VPs or our leadership team that have just said, "Hey, thank you guys so much for working hard in these kind of like, uncertain times for everybody. Like if you guys need any time for yourselves or anything like that," like they're always about the people first. Like the business is important, of course, but they're always making sure that all of the employees are taken care of first. And honestly, just because of the part of the business that I work in, since I work in digital, our team's been able to pivot And just the way that like our teams kind of come together, it's a lot of Zoom calls like this. But people are always finding like small wins and victories and things to celebrate. So it has been a crazy time, but Nike's been excellent about just making sure that everybody's on the same page, everybody's taken care of, and that we're still like one unit moving forward.
Yeah, so this time has invited us to be pretty adaptable, right? Adaptability
Yes.
is a key word, and sounds like that's what you guys are doing at Nike. So another question then, fall from your best thing, what do you think is the most difficult thing about your position and what you do?
I mean, it's kind of, that double-edged sword where because we work with so many people and everybody's been amazing at kind of coming together, but also on the flip side of that, it's so much easier when everybody's on campus or like in the office because it's so much easier for schedules and to get people together and just meet and go over different products or shoe launches or whatever it may be. So kind of on the flip side of that, of everybody being great, it's just difficult to kind of everybody's schedules right now. And since everybody obviously doesn't have everybody's being smart and is staying home and isn't going out or anything like that. And so I think the Zoom calls have just kind of started to pour in. So trying to get everybody's scheduling right. That's just what it comes with. Since we work in digital, it's been great to see like how good the business has been continued to do. I think it's just scheduling is kind of a big thing right now.
Yeah. So I know from my experience at Boys and Girls Club working with Nike, they've done a lot of really great partnerships. They've hosted our middle schoolers to come into a tour, which was so big for them. They loved it. They've helped sponsor holiday things for kids. What is, I guess, maybe your favorite project or kind of extra thing that you have done while working with Nike?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm part of a community that is called like the Nike Storyteller Group. So those are people, you don't get like paid extra or anything like that. It's just kind of like the side hustle, as I like to call it. So pretty much, we host if there's like groups like the Boys and Girls Club, or if there's an athlete on campus, or an athlete's family or business partners from the different groups we do business with, then pretty much we'll host them for the afternoon. So we'll give them like a tour around campus and show them around and kind of answer any questions they have. So that's been a great opportunity for me to just be able to network and meet, people from all over the world or the country that come to Nike to visit. And that part of that program is also really cool because you kind of get to do different experiences that maybe not all employees have access to. So for example, this past Monday, we had Tinker Hatfield. We did like a Zoom call, Tinker Hatfield. There's about 25 of us. So Tinker designed the Air Jordan 3 through, I believe, the Air Jordan 15. So we just sensed with Last Dance and everything going on. So he came on and told all these kind of stories of him and Michael and the first time they met, like his inspiration for the shoe design. And he has so many like just great stories nobody would ever know because they're coming from the man himself. So that was really cool to just kind of have a more intimate session with him and just kind of get a peek behind the curtain of what it's like to work with Michael and stuff like that. So I would say like that being part of that group is definitely something that's like kind of near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so the big reason we wanted to do these videos is to kind of show basically everybody's different path to success. And like you said, you were scrubbing floors, you were entry level position and worked your way up, and we see those stories and such. And so for our seniors or juniors and seniors in high school that are kind of looking and trying to decide what the next step is, where my career lies, any advice that you would give them when they're looking towards their future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'd say the biggest thing is just like believe in yourself, like just have the confidence. I know Nike can be a little daunting and it's such a big company and it's known for so many things, whether it's marketing and, we have cool shoes and product. And I think some people are a little intimidated by that. Like, oh, there's no way I could work at Nike. Like that's Nike, but I think just having the confidence in yourself and just knowing like, it doesn't matter where you come from or your background or how you grew up or anything like that. Like Nike's a place that you want to work. You can definitely make it happen. You just need to work hard and set yourself up for success. So I would say that was the biggest thing. Like just have confidence in yourself and your abilities. And Nike loves that about people. Nike loves different backgrounds. They don't want everyone from the same thing because like we always say, like the more diverse we are, like that's when we're at our best because we have different opinions and thoughts. I think another big thing is like, of course, just like work hard, get your education, continue your schooling. That's a big thing that Nike looks for. It's super competitive just because so many people do want to work there. So just get involved like with school, but also just like extracurricular activities. So whether that's volunteering in the community, are getting involved with sports or anything like that, like any of those extracurriculars that are going to kind of give you an edge on other people. And it will just help you. I mean, you're helping the community when you volunteer, and it's just, you're making yourself a better overall person. So anything like that, I would say, is super important. And I think some people kind of, myself included, I would always volunteer a little bit when I was younger, but the older I got, the more I started doing that. So I think if you can get a jump on it when you're younger and kind of get into that habit, that's just going to set you up for success down the road. And as Marianne said, Nike continues to do that stuff. So while people kind of volunteer and like, help themselves become a more well-rounded person, like even when you work at Nike, Nike is so much about giving back to the community. So it's still a ton of employees at Nike continue to volunteer and get involved in different projects. So anything like that, I think, is super important.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I don't have any more questions. Do you have anything else you want to add? What's your favorite shoe right now?
Ooh, tough question. I think my favorite shoe right now, I always wear like just the Air Force One. It's just like a classic, the triple white. And my team gives me a bad time since I work in Jordan. They're like, you never wear Jordan, you always wear Nike. It's kind of like this battle. But that's like probably my everyday classic favorite shoe.
Cool.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elliot, for your time. We definitely
of course. Thank you for having me.
Taking about 20 minutes out of your time to talk.
Yeah, of course.
Let us know. But again, guys, next week I do have the announcement for next week. We will be having the Sweet Home Chief of Police on with us for our next video. So tune into that. But we will catch you guys later. Again, Marianne, thank you for your time as well, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.